After you poop, I bet you poke it apart with a stick and take pictures of it and then send them to your mom. And then you two talk about what your poop looked like, and then she calls you Snookums, and you're like 32. Well, obviously you've never been called Snookums. It feels great. Hello and salutations. Welcome back to Supplies. I'm your narrator, Matt Gonza, and today we're going to be looking at some r/rare insults. The insult's so rare, it's a minotaur. The insult's so rare, Gordon Ramsay demands you to send them back. But before that, I just wanted to remind you to stay positive and that everything is going to be alright. And without any further waiting, let's get into some rare insult supplies. I'd be depressed too if I looked like a Roblox character with RTX on. If Roblox looked anything like this, I would actually consider playing. You are so uneducated, I'm surprised your lungs know how to breathe. This is one of those super nerdy insults that I love so much. It's like, if you ask a stupid question, don't be surprised if you don't know the answer. I'm not the loser here, that would be the natives. Damn man, are you a pizza cutter? Because all you have is edge and no point. I'm stealing this, many thanks. I kind of also feel like the top commenter is also the kind of loser that wouldn't know how to form a complete coherent sentence either. This guy looks like a nerd who collects spiders and makes them bite him so he can become Spider-Man. Honestly, you're the bigger nerd for going onto this nerd's video and making fun of him for being a nerd on a video you were clearly nerdily interested in. Come on. Man's made $1 million but is begging for us to tag Duncan and 3 friends? Yeah, man, it's not like there's a certain threshold of money that you make where you just suddenly stop enjoying Dunkin' Donuts, you freaking dolt. That is the stumpiest bird finger ever. Like, if that were pointed at me, I'm not even sure if I could take it seriously. It's so erect and yet short. Maybe yell at the vent and hold up a sign so it takes your opinion of it more seriously. I feel like she's venting some things from her own personal life, and it's really not looking good. Your channel icon makes you look like Jimmy Neutron going through a midlife crisis at 14. I will never forgive you. Dude, Jimmy Neutron is smart enough to have a midlife crisis at 14. This looks like the kind of straight-to-DVD movie that's next to the rotisserie chicken in Walmart for $4.99. You know what? So was Scooby-Doo and Wedding Crashers. You got a freaking problem with that? If idiots could fly, TikTok would be an airport. Wise men on the internet. There's not a lot of wise men on the internet, but you're not wrong. I never thought I'd see a reaction from someone who definitely searched for the moral wisdom in Katy Perry's lyrics. Man, swish swish, bish, get out of here. F up, you weeb piece of crap. Go back to explaining the difference between your softcore and nightcore to your Sasuke body pillow. Personally, I'm a Choji body pillow kind of guy, but hey, to each is their own, right? I love how he constantly looks like he's getting held by gunpoint and forced to explain these things to us. Oh, please don't shoot, man. I just want to talk about surface tension. Oh, no. You have absolutely no right to talk about Vin Diesel like that when you look like the sloth from Ice Age and if you were malnourished and 3 feet taller. He's not wrong. Is it just me or do all of the European football coaches look like Bond villains? Unlike the US ones who look like Austin Powers villains? Yeah, all those American coaches are like, get in my belly. Dude looks high as hell. Like, he is waiting for his Taco Bell order at a closed Burger King. Yeah, bro, can I get a, McWhopper with some extra Diablo sauce? This is what Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy would actually look like if they grew up in the 80s. Introducing your new favorite band, A Flock of Wizards. My man is friggin' melting. This guy's double chin looks like Jay Leno's normal chin. Jake Paul spreading his genes should be considered biological warfare against all of humanity. And if that happens, millions of people will suffer. Every day, bro. Asking Wendy Williams for advice is like asking Hitler to plan a bar mitzvah. What, you've never had barbecue at a bar mitzvah? You look like PewDiePie had a son with Mr. Beast. Honestly, this guy kinda just looks like he hadn't heard you 3 times in a row and he's just like, yeah man, alright. Why does Italy assistant coach Albercio Ivani look more like a Guess Who character than any Guess Who character in history? His face resembles somebody that just went into an elevator and farted, but there's only like 2 other people in there. Joe Rogan used to have hair and make people eat bugs for money. Okay, Grandma, let's get you to bed. Now he's Oprah for dog dads and associate's degrees from community colleges. I don't even have a joke for this one. Fear Factor is the bomb. She's the reason why microwaves come with instructions. Honestly, half the time I don't know what half the buttons on my microwave even mean, so I guess I'm also in that camp. My hot flight attendant asked how I like my coffee. Trying to sound cool, I told her I like my coffee like I like my women. And that's when she told me, "That's cute, honey, but the coffee's free. You don't have to pay for it here." Ooh, that is some freshly brewed burn right there. To the person who disliked the soundtrack, you eat popcorn with a spoon. Wait, are you telling me people don't eat popcorn with a spoon? Ugh. A while ago in my AP chemistry class, this one annoying kid and my friend were having a weird argument about who was better. The annoying kid said, "Well, at least I have a girlfriend." To which I responded, "Whatever, your girlfriend has 67 protons," in response. The entire class, including the teacher, turned their heads to look at the periodic table on the wall. The element with 67 protons is holmium, with the chemical symbol O. My teacher was the first to laugh. Bromiums before homiums, am I right? Elon Musk's mom looks like she's about to tell you that we all must sacrifice to preserve the Zeppelin that's the last surviving holdout of humanity in the skies above a ravaged Earth. And it's a sad fact that you have become dead weight. She also just happens to look like the most evil Karen of all time, plotting world destruction one coupon at a time. Hello, this is a test. You're a test. WTF? How can I be a test? Because it's always another problem with you. This is straight up the most unprovoked burn I've ever seen, and a little ironic coming from Zuko. This is the guy who never grew out of being the fastest kid in 2nd grade. He's kind of giving me the Rock vibes, you know, where he's wearing the sweater and the gold chain, except he's a very small white guy. New zombie frog that was discovered in the Amazon rainforest just days ago. He looks like he'd make really gross comments to a waitress but tips super well. He just looks like a sexier Danny DeVito, honestly. Why does Bezos' left eye always looks like it knows something the right doesn't? Well, when you're a billionaire, you can't trust anybody, not even your right eye. He has the mind of someone whose single brain cell bounces around their skull like a DVD screensaver, but it never quite manages to touch the corners. The real travesty is assuming the other person knows what a DVD screensaver even looks like still. Of course, deleted, OP. If I wasn't sure you weren't, I can literally hear your 2 disembodied brain cells get thrown around in your empty skull cavity every time you move your head. Shake it real hard. Maybe they'll make contact for once. Oh my god. Just imagine telling this to your boss. Ooh, that's gotta feel good. Ooh. Honestly, F viruses. They're not even alive, they're just strands of punk anus DNA that go around effing up us normal and God-fearing life forms. Like, you don't even have a nucleus, you stupid bacteriophage looking horizontally transmitting RNA clump. This is a Stephen Hawking's level burn, oh goodness. The title's cringe AF! The James Webb Space Telescope has mirrors that span several meters and will allow scientists to see stars from millions of light years away. Despite this, I guarantee that it won't be able to find anyone who asked. There's a copious amount of science burns in this, and I wouldn't be surprised if any of the recipients knew what any of it meant. Why are you insulting trash cans? They have a purpose, and the trash inside had one. He neither had a purpose and he doesn't have one now. This is leaps and bounds beyond calling somebody trash. This is bad. Right? Like, you guys know I'm good at almost everything, right? Did you have to pay overweight baggage fees? I'm just concerned about the size of that ego you're carrying. Wow. Ego schmigo. Imagine being burned this hard by your own amigo. He looks like something I would draw with my left. It just gets better the more you look at it. That's pretty sad that you have to block a drive-thru to get a crowd. Who's ready for me? Who's ready for the Baconator? Woo! My God! Wait, we don't bully those people from Twitter anymore? Did we sign a peace treaty or something? I think they just stopped being a worthy target. The worst thing you can do to a Twitter user is let them use Twitter. Ah, Twitter, the proverbial toilet bowl of the internet. I still love you, I still use you, but I really don't want to. Mans looks like he had a fight with a printer and lost. Everybody just looking at him like, oh my god, Halloween costume Post Malone. I can't stand this fool anymore. This video is as gracefully edited as an epileptic fit in the middle of an Olympic high dive. And he's off. He's about to jump. And he does a single, a double, a triple, a quadruple backflip. And now he is spazzing out of control, ladies and gentlemen. He bit his tongue and there is foam coming out of his mouth. That's not going to look good on the scores. He receives a 7 out of 10. I love Justin, but the dude looks like he spends his free time lifting up rocks in his back garden looking for cool bugs. And this one's Leonard. And this one's Daisy. That one's Pasta. Don't touch him. He's a stink bug. Yeah, you might be as intellectually capable as a burnt ant. Intellectually capable as a burnt ant is definitely going to be my new band name. I'm not even going to lie. We can blame it on this guy. This dude looking like a counterfeit 50. He just has such a good look in his eyes. Just, you stare deep into him and he's like, hey, I've never worn a cap forwards. Do you want to go to like Buckle and make fun of betas or something? Your smile reminds me of a horse giving birth. How many times do you think they were trying to take his yearbook photo? And they're like, hey, no, seriously, you gotta smile like right. And he's like, nay. They're all just off-brand versions of one another. This is definitely the lamest pop punk group I've ever seen. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw the artist who drew the terrible book. She looks exactly like the thick goth warthog that made her. Self-insert indeed. It looks like Danny DeVito trying to cosplay Mia Wallace from Pulp Fiction. Yuck! Oh my god, this guy is so mean. But no, she does. He goes through more emotions than a pregnant woman during delivery. That's probably because every single one of those chickens has been so artificially hormonalized. It's basically eating a pregnant woman. The only way that you'll ever get laid is if you crawl up a chicken's ass and wait. Well, you know what? I've been waiting and nothing's happened, so you tell me, man. Flat earthers are like pigeons on a chess table. Quote, never play chess with a pigeon. The pigeon just knocks all the pieces over, then craps all over the board, then struts around like it won. The really bad thing about flat earthers is that they're located literally all across the globe. I was born deaf and this game made me wish I was blind too. This Helen Keller simulator is really taking off, guys. I look like Howl from Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Hairline. From the same producers of My Neighbor That Is Not Allowed Near Any School Whatsoever. If you enjoyed today's video, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Remember, everything will be alright even if it may not seem like it now, but you will get through the tough times. I had an amazing time doing this for you and I hope to see you again. Later, taters.